Hey everyone, so I was just putting the finishing touches on my London Comic Con video. However, I had to drop everything I was working on when I found out that Riot are removing Sword of the Occult in the next patch of League. I literally had to stop everything I was working on to talk, so hear me out. Sword of the Occult is a brilliant addition to the game for a multitude of reasons. It's my favorite item and it represents what I think is brilliant game design. It's a high risk, high reward item. I mean, most of the time buying it isn't beneficial, but when it is, it allows you to snowball and get incredible value out of it. The reason I stress the importance of it being high risk, high reward is because that's exactly the type of gameplay we need in League of Legends. It's the only type of item that can be fun for almost everyone and still not be a problem in competitive League. And we all know how items or characters just get penetrated by the nerf cock if they're problematic in professional League. The thing is, I'm a casual. The only thing I want for League is for it to be more fun for the average end consumer. However, I feel Riot have neglected the casual side of their playbase for the longest time. But in my opinion, the casual and professional sides of League are two sides of the same coin. It's like, say, a bad marriage or your relationship to Twitch chat. Codependency is the only option. So when the meta gets incredibly restricted because it has to be perfectly balanced for the LCS, we all just have to swallow that load of semen and pretend that eating pineapple made it taste any better. But god damn will I not sit by while Riot bastardized the game I love by removing one of the most fun items in the game. I have honestly kept my face hole shut for too long. There are so many things that contribute to League being less fun for the average end consumer, but this is where I draw the fucking line. Between this game being balanced around an incredibly high level of play for their millions of casual users, and resources being poured into new skins that we seem to get on a fucking daily basis, and don't give me none of that, but Uber, the skin department is different than developing crucial features like servers or updating other game types department. Fuck, I know how a company works. If they thought it was a huge priority to make a replay system, they would clear some money, hire some people, and knock this fucking thing out. But they don't. Because releasing a new Ultimate Legendary Super Saiyan Extreme skin earns them a lot more money than they spend on making that skin, and a replay system doesn't give them engaged customers. They don't want people spending time outside their client when they could be blasted with LCS and skin advertisements 24/7. They could write extensive lore that makes us love these characters we play for hours on end even more. That could make the game even more personal. Or they could not do that, because fuck lore, if we allocate our resources differently, we could see an 0.2% increase in sales on our hoodies. Seriously, let's look at the lore for a second. Bard travels through realms beyond the imagination of mortal beings. Bruh. You can't just say it's beyond our imagination. That's not lore, that's fucking horseshit. The rest of the lore goes on to say something along the lines of Valorant's greatest scholars have spent their lives trying to understand Bard, but like, fuck, you just took fictional people that you made up and said that they spent their whole lives trying to figure this thing out. That's not lore, this is literally just you saying we don't know. We don't know is Bard's whole lore. Let me be serious here. Tencent and Riot Games aren't people, so you can't judge them based on their actions as if they have feelings or morals. A company exists for the sole purpose of earning money. The only way we could possibly convince a company to change their mind is if we made them realize how many of their players they're driving away from the game. But you can't just contact Riot. I mean, you can make a support ticket. I remember trying that once on my Smurf, when I wanted to change my password because I had forgotten the previous one and I didn't know what email I used to sign up with. But I didn't know what I was up against. You know how support has to verify that you're actually yourself so they give you a list of things to answer? Normally they're perfectly sensible questions, but I have the list right here and you can judge for yourself. The first thing they asked me for was the original email address used to register the account. You can see why I couldn't give them that, considering that's why I contacted them in the first place, but let's go on. Number 2, list of locations you have played on this account, city and country. When was the last time you had access to the account, month, day, and year? Internet service provider or internet carrier when registering the account. First 5 champions ever purchased on this account. List of at least 5 summoner names of friends you have referred. First item ever purchased with RP, and last IP address used to play League on this account. Now call me fucking crazy, but I think the overwhelming majority of people don't know that shit about their League accounts. So contacting Riot through the support ticket system isn't very efficient. Therefore, I've taken it upon myself to find the only feasible way of contacting Riot. And it's this email, info@riotgames.com. And if you're too lazy and you don't want to write a letter, you don't have to, because I already did it for you. Dear Riot, League of Legends is something I play to have fun. It's a recreational activity that I enjoy sharing with my friends. If you choose to continue to ignore me as a customer, that's fine. It's not my place to make decisions for you. However, time and time again, I've been let down. And at some point, I'll simply put my money where my mouth is and stop playing altogether. The overwhelming majority of casual League of Legends players just want to have fun, and a big part of that is finding interesting ways to play the game. Sword of the Occult is something that represents that fun for me. It creates a high-risk, high-reward playstyle, which is what I enjoy, and is something that League severely lacks. It is not overpowered or unfair, and the playstyle the item creates causes it to be unviable at the competitive level. It doesn't affect the game negatively for the casual player either, so I ask that you please reconsider your decision, and give players the choice to have fun with the item. Sincerely, UberDanger. Thank you for watching, guys. I've taken a couple minutes of your time, so please dedicate another 30 seconds to sending that email. You can just copy the whole letter from the description. You think it won't make a difference, but what you don't realize it is the only thing that can make a difference. Have a nice day, guys.